Hey family, Tech man, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. We got a good one tonight. Talking about choices. Something everyone has. You all have choices. You know, I made choices in my life and things turned out the way they turned out. But that's life, you know. We have to take the bitter with the sweet because these are our adversities. Like I say, your choices shape your adversities. Your adversities are your lessons to get you to your blessings. But let's start off with this. Good choices. Showing up 15 minutes early to a entry level job every day. The manager notices you, puts you on the best shift, and you get considered 40-hour week. You know what I'm saying? This is the part of doing good. Now the bad. Cashing your $200 check at a predatory payday lender to buy new sneakers. The fees trap you for 6 months, costing you $400 total. That's crazy. Number three, the good. Drinking tap water instead of a $5 energy drink every morning. You save $150 a month, enough to fix the worn out tire before it blows in your car. Let's think about that. Choices. A lot of times we make bad choices. You know, we have to learn to make better choices.
Calling on behalf of AXA provide to confirm your trip for tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. To cancel or change your trip, please call AXA.
Yeah, you know, what we don't understand is that our choices shape our future, whether you know that or not. Your choices shape your future. I don't know why this thing keeps doing that to me, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna keep on going. That ain't nothing but the devil. Uh, you're bad. Ignoring the check engine light because you can't afford the diagnosis fees. The transmission blows a week later, costing your whole savings, making you miss work. That's the bad choices. Good choice number five. Putting your phone in the other room when your kids talk. When your kid talks about their day, you hear they're being bullied and step in before it turns violent. Bad. Snapping at your partner over dirty dishes after 10-hour shift. The silent war that follows makes your small apartment feel suffocating for weeks. Good. Watching a free YouTube tutorial to fix the leaky sink yourself. You save security deposit and learn a skill you use for side cash. Bad. Buying the $60 video game instead of paying the electric bill. The $40 late fee and the credit hit cost you way more than the game. These are things when we make bad choices. We have to understand we have to make better choices in our life. Because it's only through adversity change takes place. We have to go through our adversities to make the changes in our life. You know, and once you're here on earth, you have a purpose. You just have to find your purpose. Like I said, if you wasn't shit out, spit out, or swallow, you here. You're a winner. You one out of billions of sperm cells that made it. Just think about that. The bad, no, the good. Saying no to the free beer a buddy offers you at a cookout after 28 years inside that single protects your freedom and your sobriety in that moment. The bad, lying on a job application about a minor detail to get an interview. The background check catches it, and you're blacklisted from that company forever. Being real, let a person know. There's so many people now in this country that has felonies. They have programs just for that. Good. In the bus, an extra 30 minutes each way to work at a factory with tuition reimbursement. 2 years later, you hold an electrician's license. The bad, sleeping in a and missing your GED class because it's freezing outside. You delay that diploma by a whole semester and lose the momentum. Uh, the good, bulk cooking rice, beans, and chicken on Sunday. You eat healthy all week and save $50 you have blown at the gas station. The bad, borrowing a few bucks from your kid's piggy bank to cover a bet. You start a habit in stealing from the people who trust you the most. That's crazy. The good, apologizing first in an argument with your teenager. You lower their defenses and keep them from running to the dangerous friend's house. The bad, rolling through a stop sign because you're running late. The ticket you can't pay leads to suspension of license and loss of driving gigs. You got to think because in life, right? This platform is called TACC, Do Adversity Come Change. Matter of fact, this is the book. Uh, I'm waiting for the other one to come. Uh, it's the workbook by me, Rich Coleman, and it's about going through our adversities and making the changes we need to make in our lives. You know, um, a lot of times we have peer pressure, we have fear, but when you're a grown adult, there's no excuses. Everything starts and ends with you. So the whole thing is making the right choices in your life, because we're only here for a short period of time, you know, and it's real. The good, asking the grocery manager if they have expired bread they're tossing. You get free food for a week and build a rapport that leads to a job offer. Smart thinking. The bad, spending your last $20 on a lottery ticket hoping for a miracle instead of diapers. You're now begging a toxic relative for help. You see, bad choices. Good. Walking away from a street argument, even when you're disrespected, you avoid an assault charge that will violate your probation or your parole. The bad, gossiping about a coworker to the boss. You look untrustworthy and your hours get cut immediately. The good, reading one chapter of a free personal finance book instead of scrolling for 30 minutes. You learn about government grants for community college. The bad, giving your social security number to a scary debt collector over the phone. Your identity gets stolen. It takes years to clean it up. This is called choices today. It's through adversity come change, but we're talking about choices, the choices that we make in life, good and bad. The good, taking your child to the free library story time every Saturday. Their vocabulary skyrockets, getting them into a better middle school program. The bad, yelling at your landlord about a broken heater instead of sending a certified letter. He evicts you for threatening behavior and you're homeless. You must think you got to make the right choices in life. And this is why I do this, to help. you and myself, to make right choices in our lives. This is what it's about. The good, doing 10 push ups and stretching every morning. Your back stays strong enough to keep you doing physical labor for another decade. The bad, taking that easy cash gig, moving boxes for a stranger without asking questions, is stolen goods and you catch a possession charge. The good, calling the free mental health hotline when a rage builds up. You talk it out instead of punching a wall or breaking your hand. The bad, I mean, comparing your life to a friend's new car and social media. You feel worthless and blow your rent money on shopping sprees to numb the pain. That's crazy. Choices. The good, asking the older guy at the laundromat how he fixed his old dryer. You learn his skill and start fixing neighbors' appliances for $20 a pop. The bad, skipping your blood pressure meds to save $15. You end up in the ER with a $5,000 hospital bill you can't escape. Choices. Good, writing down every purchase for 2 weeks. You realize cutting daily candy bars and sodas save you $40 a month. The bad, telling your kids you're just like your deadbeat dad in a flash of anger. You break their spirit and they shut you out for years or him out. The good, showing up to court one on time for that old traffic ticket. The judge gives you a payment plan, keeping your license so you can deliver food for extra cash. The bad, joining a quick money group chat for crypto tips. You lose the 500 you saved for winter coats for your kids. Choices. Good. Sitting in silence for 5 minutes before walking into your chaotic shift. You keep your cool and the boss promotes you to shift lead. The bad. Drinking heavily the night before your kids' school play. You show up late and drunk, making them cry and getting flagged by child services. Bad choices. Good choices. Giving a homeless person a sandwich instead of cash. It grounds you, reminds you that you still have power to give. It changes entire mindset. It changes your entire mindset for the day. The bad, quitting your job in a blaze of glory without another lined up. Your saving dried up, your savings dried up on rent, and you end up in a shelter. Bad choices. Good. Forgiving yourself for yesterday's bad choice the moment you wake up. That self compassion gives you the clarity to make a better choice today. Bad choice. Believing that because you're poor or have a record, you don't deserve a good life. You stop applying for second chance jobs, guaranteeing tomorrow looks exactly like yesterday. And you see when you do these things without thinking what happens, and it's sad because if we just take time to evaluate our choices. That's why they say before you do anything, think before you do anything. You know, think before you do anything. I'm gonna give you some more. Decide to leave a bad crowd and focus on work. Good choice. Bad choice, staying loyal to friends who dealt in the streets, leading to a 28-year prison sentence. Good choice keeps you free and building a future. Bad choices cost you decades of your life, such as myself. Good choice, getting an education or learning a trade. Bad choice, dropping out of school and chasing quick money on the streets. Good choice leads to steady jobs and respect. Bad choice often ends up in jail or dead in life. Good choice, choosing to walk away from a fight or argument. Bad choice, letting pride control you and reacting violently. Good choice, keep you safe and out of trouble. Bad choice can land you in court or prison. Good choice, saving money instead of spending it on flashy things. Bad choice, blowing paychecks on cars, clothes, or parties. Good choices gives you a safety net and options. Bad choice leaves you broke and stressed when things go wrong. Good choice. Taking responsibility for your mistakes and learning from them. Bad choice. Blaming everyone else and never changing. Good choices help you grow and avoid repeating errors. Bad choice keep you stuck in the same cycle. Your choices really shape your future and your adversities. The bad ones can cost you years you'll never get back. The good ones build a life you don't have to escape from. Uh, Here go another one. Good choice. Being honest even when it's hard. Bad choice. Lying to cover your tracks. Good choice. Builds trust. Bad eventually gets you caught. Good choice. Planning for your future instead of living day to day. Bad choice. Thinking you'll figure it out later. Good creates option. Bad creates panic. Good choice. Choosing a partner who respects you. Bad choice. Staying with someone who tears you down. Good gives you peace. Bad gives you pain. Good choice. Exercising and eating decent. Bad choice. Living off fast foods and no movement. Good keeps bad strong. Good keeps the body strong. Bad leads to health problems. Good choices. Seeking mentors or advice. Bad choice. Thinking you know it all. Good speeds up success. Bad slows down with mistakes. Good choice. Telling the truth to police. Bad choice. Lying or staying silent or loyalty. Good gets leniency. Bad gets more time. Good choice. Leaving a toxic environment. Bad choice. Staying because it's familiar. Good gives you fresh start. Bad keeps you trapped. Good choice. Paying bills and child support on time. Bad choice. Avoiding responsibilities. Good earns respect. Bad leads to warrants and stress. Good choice. Waking up early and staying productive. Bad choice. Sleeping all day and staying up all night. Good creates momentum. Bad creates chaos. Good choice. Admitting when you're wrong. Bad choice. Doubling down on mistakes. Good earns forgiveness. Bad burns bridges. Good choices. Investing in yourself through books or courses. Bad choice. Spending on things that don't last. Good builds lasting value. Bad leaves you nothing. Good choice. Avoiding drugs and alcohol. Bad choice. Thinking you can experiment without consequences. Good keeps mind clear. Bad steals your future. Good choice. Setting boundaries with people. Bad choices. letting everyone use you. Good protects your peace, bad leaves you drained. And that's real life. Good choice. Showing up on time and keeping your word. Bad choice. Being unreliable. Good builds good reputation, bad ruins it. Good choice. Facing your fears and trying anyway. Bad choice. Letting fear stop you. Good creates growth, bad creates regret. Good choice. Apologizing when you hurt someone. Bad choice. Acting like nothing happened. Good heals relationship. Bad destroys them. Good choice. Working harder even when no one's watching. Bad choice. Doing just enough to get by. Good leads to real success. Bad leads to mediocrity. Good choice. Choosing faith, purpose, or something bigger than yourself. Bad choice. Living only for yourself. Good gives you strength in hard times. Bad leaves you empty. And see, this is the thing that I'm saying, that we have to start making better choices. And it's only through our adversity that we make these changes in our life to do better. You know, um, it's about understanding that even though we don't know if we're going to live to tomorrow, but planning a future to live for tomorrow. And when you do that, you'll make right choices. When we kids, we're going to make mistakes because we know nothing. We may think we know something, but we know very little. And a lot of us know very little when we get older. But the whole thing is this: once you get it, you got it. But if you don't got it, go after it. And the only way you can do that is making the right choices. You know, it's a purpose that I chose this topic, because I realized that a lot of things that we go through is because of the choices that we make. And you can't beat yourself down. You have to be able to forgive yourself, because things happen, life happens. You live and you learn. But when you learn, make sure you apply it. And this is what it's about: right choices versus bad choices. Because bad choices are going to lead you to a road of destruction, where good choices will lead you to the road of prosperity. Excuse me. This thing keep blinking off on me. I don't know. I gotta call these people, but I'll get it straightened out tomorrow, because tomorrow's Monday. But yeah. But just think about what I said, you guys. It's about our choices, man. You know, we make our lives. A lot of people think other people dictate our life. No, you make your life. You know, it's on what you want in life and how you go after it. It's the choices you make. Like I heard a brother say, it's only 2 days that you have no control over, and that's yesterday and tomorrow. So you have to live in the present. And live in the present, you have to make the right choices. And this is what life is about. We live and we learn. We go through things. Things happen. But the beautiful thing about it, it's about picking yourself up the 11th time when you fall down 10. It's about never quitting. And just doing the right thing. I found out that, Doing the right thing is a gift. You know why? Because it's so hard to do in this society. You know, the devil is real, whether you know it or not. And we have to understand that, man. In life, things are going to happen, but we must stay strong and keep pushing on, keep moving, keep striving, keep trying to do better. And the only way we can do that is making the right choices and learn from your bad choices. You know, everything is a lesson. Everything you go through is a lesson. It's how you look at it. You know, I always look at the cup half full. I never look at it half empty, you know, because I'm always trying to build. I'm always trying to make better choices, you know, and this is the things that if we do, especially if we start young, nothing we can't do, man. Especially if you find your purpose in life and go for it. It's gonna be tough. Life is tough. But if you put your best foot forward, man, you can't do nothing but win. Because trying is a win. So, you know, like I said, I just want us to make right choices. And I want us all to win. And the only way we can win is by making the right choices. Go through our adversities, make the changes. I used to tell my son when he was little, you know, because he always was making bad choices. I said, go through your choices now early. You know, learn to go through your choices now. You know, so you'll learn when you're older, you'll know what to do. You know, and he didn't learn, so he's still going through them. But it's about your choices. You know, um, I realized, you know, this time around how important my choices were, you know, and with realizing these things, I understand how important life is now and really how important choices are because I made a lot of bad ones, you know, that cost me a lot of time that I'll never get back. But the only thing that's beautiful is about it, I utilized that time and I studied, you know, and I created businesses that I'm starting to do now while I'm out. So it was a lesson, but it was also a blessing in disguise because God knows, you know, I didn't think I was going to live to be 25, you know, how I was going. Like I said, you know, I was really, really heavy in the street life, you know, from a young guy. You know, I've been on my own since I was 18 or 19, you know, and I'm 61. I never went back home. So, you know, it is what it is. But knowing now that making the right choices can change my life forever. And this is why I do what I do because I have a mission. You know, like they say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I planned, you know, while I was where I was, you know, for times like this. So, you know, I'll be prepared to do what I need to do, you know, when the time comes. It's just like with finances. I know what to do with money now. You know, I had millions of dollars before, you know, maybe not millions, but you know, over $1 million in cash and things and houses and jewelry and stuff, you know, and business. So I know what it is, you know, to make good choices, and I know what it is to make bad choices. But the thing is, now that I've gone through what I've gone through, I realize even at this age, starting over at 61, if I make the right choices, I can be where I want to be by 2030, inshallah. And this is what you know is setting goals. This is what it's about. Setting goals in your life, doing what you love to do, and putting your all into it, you know, because no one can do you better than you can do you. And if you don't let peer pressure or anything like that get in your way, and you go after what you want to go after in life, man, your life will be good. You just have to be 100% sincere in your life, with your life. And that's by making the right choices. And if you don't make the right choices, you get what I got. But the only thing about it, I utilize it to better myself and to do better and to be better. So when time came, I was able to do something different. And I know it's going to take time because it's positive. We live in a world where everything negative is what sells. But right now, I'm staying on the positive because it feels better, and it's a blessing to me. Being able to come on here every day and give you all a piece of my experience, strength, and hope, and let you know that somebody loves you regardless. And I don't even know you, but we all come from two people. So we family, whether you like it or not. So the whole thing is, man, just start making right choices in your life and watch how your life turn out. Take it from me. I'm a perfect example of what to do and what not to do. Before, what not to do, now what to do. But it's only through adversity I had to make the changes. Y'all have a blessed night. Just know that the choices are yours. It's up to you. What you want in life, you can accomplish. Just make the right choices. Tack man out. Y'all have a blessed night. And just know that somebody has love for you. No matter what, we all family. Tack man out. Peace.